welcome to day 26. Man, did that fly by. Day 26, mountain moment. This mountain theme continues, as does this practice, this daily practice, your daily practice, my daily practice, our daily practice. Mountain mind, those moments that you experience when it's just like that, when it's like you hear a sound, you see a sight, you feel an emotion, and for a moment, that's good sound, I love that sound, and for a moment, if you happen to be in dialogue in your mind, that disappears. If you happen to be somewhere in the future, that disappears. If you happen to be somewhere in your past, that disappears. And for the moment, you are presence. You are it. I remember when my family and I were in LA under a year ago, and I had many of these moments, and still have many of these moments throughout the day, but one in particular that I remember is, it was before I had to go into work, and normally that can put a damper on an afternoon because I have to leave and I'm having a good time in the backyard with my wife and my daughter. And my wife, I remember, went inside to grab something, and as I'm standing there in the backyard, the green grass, this giant tree we had in the backyard, and the sound of that trampoline jumping up and down with this tiny little 5-year-old jumping on it, just laughing and laughing, and daddy look, daddy look, daddy look, the sun and the blue sky and everything. Nothing else existed, and it was just like it was a snap of a finger is the amount of time it lasted. But it felt like an eternity because there was no sense of time anymore. And I was there. I was enjoying everything. I was one with everything. I was present. I was feeling that sun against my skin. I could hear that laughter in my ears. I could feel the love that I had and the gratitude that I had for that moment because everything was great. My mindset wasn't about what I lacked. My mindset was about everything that, how grateful I am to have all the things and people in my life that I do have. And even in that moment, realizing that I'm in that moment, surrendering to it and giving into it and allowing more of those experiences to happen, not trying to chase that one down. I knew better than that based on my previous experiences in meditation and attempting to make something that it isn't, and attempting to make a yoga class something that it isn't, versus just letting it be. And so the more I do this work, the more frequently those moments arise. Random parts of the day. I could be doing nothing from outside looking in exciting, but it's exciting to me. That saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything, or somewhere in that nature. I could have this moment doing the dishes, and that's real. That's not just talk, because I've experienced it. I have a sink to be able to wash these dishes in. I have the ability to afford soap. I can warm water, roof over the head, and it just goes out from that. It just keeps going out, 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 and out, and out, and out. And that to me is what symbolizes, I can symbolize as mountain mind. It's this certainty in the moment that it's ever expanding, this gratitude, it's ever expanding, this love. It's being comfortable in those moments that are uncertain. And the conscious mind loves to trip us up in the way of, when experiencing a moment like that, you're doing something wrong because you have to be looking into the future. You've got goals, right? Nothing wrong with goals. Goals make life fun. the attachment to them is where it gets tricky. The need to grip them is where it gets tricky. And when we let go of that, as we've talked about already in the past, previous meditations, when we let go of that need to grip and attach to things and outcomes, and life gets so interesting. When I get out of my own way, life gets fascinating. And it sounds odd to say, because it's like, you should really do more or learn more about yourself. And I'm like, I am, by getting out of my way. Life seems to have this infinite intelligence that's leading the way, no matter really what I attempt to do or think that I attempt to do. My conscious mind attempts to tell me, hey, you made this happen. I'm not so sure anymore. I mean, I can train my brain to have a positive outlook, but to think that my conscious mind is the one that's in charge of this whole thing, that illusion's kind of been blown out of the water for me. Because where I used to think, if I can just attach and control my thoughts, yes, okay, now I've got control of my mind. If I can attach and control my heart, now I've got control of my heart. But how can you control something that is infinite in intelligence? How can you control something that's infinite, that you can't even describe with words at times? When we're talking about love, we're talking about gratitude, and we just went dark. So I think that's going to be a great cue, instead of just trying to cut a new one. Let's go straight into meditation and hear my voice. Close your eyes. Mountain mind. It's beautiful, actually. I've got this light behind me, this blue light, this healing blue light behind me. And all we're going to do for this meditation, it's going to be 10 minutes, okay? It's going to be 10 minutes. I'm going to get you set up with an induction to get you relaxed and get you in the mindset. And all you're going to hear in this 10 minutes that we're doing this together is, every so often you're going to hear. And what that is going to be a cue for is, every time you hear it, and as it reaches its pinnacle of loudness, and it goes and it drifts away, it gets lower and lower and lower and lower, and quieter and quieter and quieter. Wherever you were in your mind, you come back. Presence. You come back, presence. If you're in a good place and you want to maintain there and stay there, you stay there with this sound now encompassing, and see what comes up. See what comes up. Here we go. As always, I got us on the clock. I got you. Don't worry about how much is left, how much is nothing. I got you. Close your eyes. Get all the excess movement out of your body. A few deep cleansing breaths. Clear that channel. If your mind goes, what channel? You already know. Between your heart and your mind. Clear all the debris out of the way, all the leaves, all the snow if you're on the East Coast or someplace cold. And settle in. Allow your breath now to just be natural. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. And I want you to analyze, or not even analyze, I just want you to notice, how is your breath this morning? If you could tag some characteristics to it, what would it be? Smooth, choppy, deep, shallow. Could be anything. If you notice there's an uneven quality, if you notice there's a choppy quality, go ahead and just even it out. Iron out all the wrinkles so it's even on the way in and even on the way out. Maybe even a little longer on the way out. Communicating, opening up lines of communication with your nervous system. Hey, everything's good. I'm calm, you're calm. We're relaxed. Allow the muscles of your forehead and your eyes and your lower jaw to relax and release. Let that move down into your lower jaw and neck. That head is just balanced perfectly on top of your spine as you let the weight of your arms come into your awareness. You notice where they are, where they're resting. What are the hands doing? Is there tension in that grip, in that mudra? Is there tension in where you're letting them, quote unquote, rest? What about the small of your palm? Can you make that area, or just allow that area to relax even more? Hop over to your chest, calm and relaxed. Move into your belly, upper belly, mid belly, lower belly. Breathe into those areas, perhaps with awareness for the first time today. Notice where your legs are in space, close together, far apart. Easy, simple observations. Tension in the inner thighs or relaxation. Outer thighs, tension or relaxation, you choose. Past the knees into the calves and outer shins. Calm and relaxed. Down to the soles of your feet. Notice where they are. Are they close together? Are they touching? Are they far apart? What's beneath them? Is there a carpet beneath there? Hardwood floor? Are they resting against your legs in some fashion? What is it for you? And you shift your awareness back up to the area, center of the chest, as we always do. And if it feels right for you, just stay exactly as you are. If you'd like that extra bit of awareness to the center of the chest, your heart, place a hand there, place both. Again, it's about whatever feels best for you right now, not what has, but what feels best right now. Whether you want to take this, leading from your heart as always, the lens of your heart, timeless, full of gratitude, full of love, full of appreciation, full of all those good emotions. If you decide you want to direct where you go right now in your mind, you make that choice. You go exactly where you'd like to go. You create that space and you go there. For 10 minutes, you are there as best you can. If you drift, you drift. If you are able to stay there, you stay there. And then you let it evolve naturally, organically. You might also not want to direct your thoughts and allow whatever comes up to come up. There's plenty of room in between those two places. Perhaps a little of both. Whatever it is, no mind, no force. The 10-minute begins. Go. exactly where you are. It might be everywhere, it might be nowhere at all. Allow that powerful awareness of yours to come back to the physical body, to the air that's moving in and out of your nose, in and out of your nose. And whatever the emotions you experience, whatever the images that came up, whatever the sights that you saw or continue to see, whatever the sounds you continue or did hear, the feelings that you felt. Know that they are as real as the ones you experience each and every day with your eyes open. And use whatever you experienced as a touchstone as you move into your day. As you experience mountain moment after mountain moment, freedom, free of time, free of space, free of need, free of attachment, free of gripping, free of everything, and infinite amounts of whatever it is you wish to experience, whatever the moment calls for. You are presence. You are your heart. As you bring awareness to that space around the center of the chest, thanking yourself as always for being here. All the love, all the gratitude. And I thank you for sharing on this day, day 26, who champion you, one of the few. And we'll seal this together with a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Let the eyes open when you're ready. Move your body around when you're ready. And through the dark here, I'm bowing in thanks to you for being here and always sharing yourself, sharing each other here during these meditations. I bow in thanks. Bow in thanks, eternal thanks and love. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'll see you then.